The Lot Pod is kindly sponsored by Fast Signs. Fast Signs are an established family-run business who've been providing businesses around Leeds and West Yorkshire with effective signs and graphics for almost 30 years. Fast Signs are passionate about helping customers make a statement with signs that are eye-catching, effective and delivered fast. Brodie, you won the Lot Pod Player of the Year, Signing of the Year. So congratulations, and it was a big deal to you. Jarrod O'Connor very kindly gave the awards to you, and Jarrod said that you broke down in tears.
We ran out of momentous occasion. We ran out of toilet paper wiping my tears away.
Because you're so happy that you won, that you won the Lot Pod Award. 2025, how are you feeling for next year?
Yeah, I'm pumped. I think we had a good little feel for what BA would be like at the end of last season.
We saw that on the documentary.
Yeah. So, I had a bit of a feel there, and he's been able to really sink his teeth in come this pre-season. And we had a good block before Christmas when we broke up there for a break after Boxing Day. And then, we're back at it this week, and the first 2 days have been absolute hell. So.
Well, the next question was, how has off-season been? But you kind of answered it there. I mean,
hell.
How would you, literally, has this been the toughest you've had in your
That's a good
career?
question.
A lot of his stuff reminds me of back in my days in Melbourne.
Oh.
Because, he was at Melbourne there as an assistant all those years ago. Some of his philosophies have come from there, and you can tell. And he's got that hardline approach, and it's only going to do us good for the season. Working hard and putting in that extra work. The body's definitely feeling it, but
just the weather.
In a good way, though. I was going to say, is it in a good way, though?
Definitely in a good way.
Yeah.
Definitely in a good way. You know, it's only going to help us. The therapists have been working overtime to get us back, keeping us on the field.
Which is not a bad thing, let's be honest, you know?
Not a bad thing at all. And it's only going to help us come the season.
Yeah.
So we've got some new signings, particularly on the edges to help you, obviously, score some tries. What do you think? What have you made? We've walked past, Sivo's walked past us.
Yeah.
Guys, absolutely enormous.
It's ridiculous.
You must be loving that you've got him on the edge there.
Well, I'm not loving it during our wrestle sessions.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to win those, let's be honest.
So they split us into forwards and backs wrestle sessions, and so obviously we've got Hawley and Sivo in the backs, but it's illegal, they should be in the forwards wrestle sessions. But I can't wait to play behind them, coming out of the backfield. They're strong carries, and then both of them renowned try scorers themselves.
I don't know who's going to stop them. I feel proposition winners.
Yeah, the other question that a real important one is how much the competition that we've got in the squad this year, does that give you a boost? Is that almost I know I've got a challenge to keep playing, but also I've got the other guys around me. Does that almost provide a boost for you?
Yeah, competition always is healthy.
Yeah.
It brings out the best in you, because if you're not in your game, someone else is going to be up there. So it's some tough decisions to make for the BA there come season when everyone's fully fit and flying. It's only good for us as a whole club as a whole, because if we're going to be successful, you're going to need everyone in the club to be fully fit.
And last question for us: if you could build your own perfect rugby league player, kind of bit by bit, part by part. Whose mind would you have? Throughout the whole history of rugby league? Whose rugby league mind? Whose mind would you start with?
So when I'm thinking about players, I'm probably thinking a lot of NRL players, because that's where I've come from in Australia. I've been blessed and fortunate to be in some really good systems, particularly in Melbourne there when I first started coming through, and you had the big three there. So you'd probably take any of those three minds.
One of those.
The way that they talk and break down rugby league. Yes, as a half, I'd probably say Croft, but even Cam Smith now, he would control the game from 9.
Nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
Unbelievable game.
And then you see Slater as a coach now, you see what he can bring in the detail. He was doing that as a player, so I mean, any of those three, but I guess as a half, I'd probably say Croft.
Whose pass would you have? Whose passing game?
That's a very tough one.
I'll probably say Thurston. Thurston.
Dialed in,
Some of his passes, especially in Origin, I remember watching him as a kid, and this is the biggest arena, and he's threading the needle
just some every time. It's got it dialed in. Speed. Whose speed would you?
Speed.
Would you take? Some fast players all the time.
Jeez,
That's a tough one.
heaps of quick guys around. Like even at the moment, like you look at like a French or Field from Wigan, they're both pretty quick. As soon as they get,
Honestly, it's like a
and then you look at them.
spark, isn't it? I can't even think of the word there, but yeah, spark of them.
As soon as they're past you, you're not really catching them. Or like even NRL now, you look at like your Hammer and Yaddo Cars and that. Like so, geez, probably.
He's giving it some thought.
It's a tough question.
He's building this player, but he's not just pushing it. There's thought going
Well,
into
it also
it.
depends what sort of speed you're going for. Are you going for long distance speed? Are you going for short distance
The
speed?
shorts first. It's a good one, that.
I'll leave it as French. I like seeing French in space over here. Not when reversing him, but any other time.
You don't big him up too much.
Who's goal kicking? Would you?
Jeez,
Would you choose?
see
There's
some
some
good
good goal
kickers.
kickers.
Say,
Thurston.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, Thurston's been up there.
He's been up there. Kev. Same
Kev,
Kev.
yeah, definitely
Reece?
Kev. I was about to say, in
Reece?
particular, recent years, I've played here with Reece as goal kicker and then Brodie at Salford.
Another one, yeah.
I'll probably toss it up between those two, to be honest.
Toss of a coin. What about power? Who's
Oh, now
power?
that's a tough one.
Oh, jeez.
There's been plenty of them out in there now.
We're talking, forward power here, or it's a tough
Big guy, big guy time.
I'd almost go
Big guy time. That sounds so wrong.
It sparked my mind when you said that. I was thinking like Nelson Sofa-Solomona.
There you go, yeah. Not many bigger than him. Absolute beast.
When he gets close to the line, he just keeps him the ball and he does the rest.
What about a step? Goose step, who would you?
A step.
Been some silky players. Lachie, yeah, Miller. He's got this.
My arch nemesis. Side steps. I'd probably say like a Kalen Ponga. I've been fortunate enough to come through the junior system with him. I went to school with him.
Oh, did you?
And that was pretty cool at school seeing him play. And as soon as he'd step anyone at school, the crowd would just all go wild. I'd probably say Ponga.
And then last one from us, tackle. Did anyone really hit you hard and you've been like, oh wow, hang on,
I'm going to give...
that's a beauty.
Because he could be a small guy there.
Yeah.
Could be.
I'm actually going to give one of our own a rap, Cam Smith, here at Leeds. I've tackled him a few times at training, or he's tackled me a few times at training, and when he hits you. Like, it's underappreciated because I don't really realise it until like I've been tackled by him. I'm like, shoulders are made by titanium.
That's brilliant, Brodie. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time. And all the best
very
for
much.
2025. Thank you. Brilliant. Cheers. New 3-year deal.
The man.
My first, congratulations by the way, we're absolutely over the moon with that.
Thank you, lads.
My first question is, why isn't it a 10-year deal? Isn't it?
I don't
10 years.
I don't think Bleasy will do 10 years.
10 years. 10 years.
No, 3 is as long as we could have got out of him. No, it was a pretty easy decision, you know. I've been here all my career. When I was coming up as a 14, 15-year-old, there weren't many people that wanted to give me a chance. Leeds were the only club that kind of reached out and wanted to take a chance on me, and I've been here all my career. It's a special club, special place. Not just a club; it's a special place for me and my family. It was a pretty easy decision. But it's first time in my career at Leeds I've got to my last year of my contract. So
As fans, we were starting to sweat.
It's almost a figure of what's going on.
but I think Bleasy had enough on his hands the last few months. So I think he just put me at the bottom of the pile, but I think because he wasn't worried about me going anywhere, you know, and I think when you were going to get it sorted, it was just kind of when. So, really happy, and I'm glad that's kind of sorted before the season starts because we've got a big year ahead. So that was kind of something I wanted to put to the side, get it sorted, and then we can concentrate on the.
Just very quickly, you briefly mentioned about looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
As a squad, does it feel different this year? Is there anything that makes you go, this feels good? It's a bit of a roundabout question, I know.
Yeah, I guess it depends which kind of way you want to take the question, but I think the way that Brad's gone about training pre-season, the values, and what's important, what's important, in the circle, and I think it's, as a player, I think it's been simplified, but the standards are so high. The standards have been set so high, and it's not things that you might not be able to do. It's things that every player can do. It's all about working hard and kind of the commitment to the team, commitment to the game plan. In fact, we've got a 5-point plan that we have to stick to as a team, and if it's all black and white, and if you don't work hard, if you don't commit to it, you're not going to play. And I think every single player in our squad has bought into it, and pre-season has been great because it's been tough. It's been probably one of the toughest I've done. But it's also been enjoyable to see how much the lads are ripping in, and some of the stays that the boys have been after training. You think, but it's everyone's buying in, and you kind of filling the tank up, so that when that first game comes for round one, ready to go, and Brad's been great. He's held everyone accountable. Not just in games but in training. We do video every day, and if someone slips up in training, kind of they're accountable for it.
Even in training.
Yeah, look.
Wow, that's impressive to know that.
And I think if we want to be competing in top four, and we want to be a team that's got that bit of a difference and gets to the end of the season, I think they're the things that will make the difference. And so kind of train as you play, kind of thing. So every day you get strapped up to the raft. Nothing goes amiss, and you rip in, and that's how we've been training. So it's been great.
We just spoke to Brodie Croft, and he said that the 2 days or pre-season is hell. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Last 2
days. These last 2 days. Since
last 2 days, yeah. The last 2 days have been a long week. No, well, I think because we've had some time off and to refresh, which has been great because the period coming up to Christmas, that was, like I said, it's been so tough, but enjoyable also. So we've come back, and I think boys thought, we'll come back, get going again. But last 2 days have been really tough. But that's what you want. Look, we've got 2 weeks now, and then we play Wigan. And then we're pretty much, straight into it. So there's no time to ease in.
Back into the daily grind. So, if there was a rugby league game,
now this is a big question.
These are the important questions. Similar to FIFA.
Yeah.
First of all, we'll start with yourself. What would you give yourself as a rating if it was up to 99?
No pressure. Be honest.
I don't know.
What would you expect it to be if you turned it on and it was?
If it's 60, I'm spewing. I believe that there's always room for improvement. So, was it out of 99? 98. No. I've got to be about 90. Surely I can have 90.
I'd say higher than that.
Higher than that?
92.
Go on then, lads. I'll take it. 92. 92. Give on.
What about some of your teammates? What about Brodie Croft?
Croft is up there. Yeah, he'd be like 97, 98. Yeah.
Is that because he's just next to you?
I bet he's giving me a 50 or something. Pace, 10.
What about Andy Ackers?
Andy Ackers. I'd love to say something like 70 just to get him going.
78's on record.
Andy would be. I'd give that 95. 95. Proper team player is Andy.
Jarrod O'Connor.
10. No, it's because he'll be bothered about that.
That'll wind him up.
One more. No, he'll give Jarrod. I'll give 95, so he's not arguing.
Sam Lassone, what would you give Sam?
100. Carry no kick off. 100.
He can take it.
100.
The final one from us. What's the best snack when watching TV? You sat down, you're binging a series.
Yeah.
What's the best snack?
You see, it's a tough one, that.
You know what? I'm gonna be right honest with you, right?
Don't say carrot sticks.
No, I love Snacker Jacks.
Yeah.
So the sour cream and chai ones,
yeah.
the big. So they're like my savoury, and then my sweet ones, malted milk, with chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
So like malted milk with a cup of tea, and that's like in between. It's not too bad for you. Well,
it's not to get you in trouble if you mention it too much.
Yeah. BA won't mind.
That's brilliant, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you for your new deal.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. We're gonna
we need a podcast.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely.
Video that, so it's on record.
No, we'll do it.
So the last time we spoke to friend of the pod, man.
Yeah.
We asked you for a cheap meal, but you broke it down and gave us a whole weekend of what you'd eat Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which was impressive. We're interested to know, has the menu changed, or are you still going to give us a full rundown of what that weekend would be?
There's been some small modifications.
Oh, nice word.
Modification.
Good words, yeah.
I'd start off with breakfast.
So are we on Friday?
Oh, we're going to do a full week.
Weekends.
So
What's your brekkie?
I'd go for give them a shout. Eggs Residence, which is
Shout out Residence.
muffin, hash brown, bacon, toasted egg, hollandaise sauce. Breakfast.
That's breakfast done.
Breakfast done. It's quite a heavy breakfast, so I'd go for a bit of a lighter lunch.
I think
What we're classing as light lunch, this is an intriguing one.
Meal deal?
What meal deal?
Yeah, I'd go for a...
Strike me as a BLT,
I am
man.
going to rate this, by the way.
No.
I'd go ham and mustard.
Ham and mustard.
Ham and mustard sandwich. Maybe some onion barges and mango chutney as a snack. Morrison's doing.
Shout out Morrison.
Yeah, go. Kingston Morrison's.
And then I'd need something to help digest it, so I'd go for something fizzy, like a Coke Zero.
to wash it down.
I thought you were going to say Diet Coke, that traditional line of your Diet Coke.
Coke Zero.
We've got brekkie, we've got a light lunch. Where are we going now, Tom?
So,
What you think?
right into my curries at the minute. I love it. Yeah, really into my curries. So
Because last time it was Chinese food,
Chinese,
big on
I'm massive on curries at the minute.
curries at the minute. So what we're getting from Curry House?
So I'd start off with a sagaloo.
Have a little sagaloo.
Yeah, I love a sagaloo, and then I'll just go for a chicken dancer.
Oh, that's a good, impressive choice, That's an impressive choice.
And that's an impressive menu, and that's a big upgrade.
But there's no rice, no naan bread. Five chapatis instead.
You going Japan?
I like chapatis. I'm not keen on rice.
Are you Japan as well?
Eat with your hands, then you're not meant to eat with a knife and fork.
I knew that was a good question because I just knew that the'd be
some sort of level there,
in the guys' menu. If there was a rugby league game like FIFA, like EA FC, what would, if you were to turn it on, what would you expect Tom Nicholson-Watton's rating to be?
It's a tough one, that.
78, maybe?
78?
Yeah, 78.
And what would you not accept? If you turned it on and it was, would you be like, what?
I'm just happy to be on there.
That's fair enough, that's an honest
I'd
answer.
be happy to just be on there.
What would you rate Jarrod O'Connor? Not Lachie, man, sorry. Mick said 10.
Oh, I know.
Out of 100.
Yeah.
Jarrod O'Connor.
I know what Jarrod would give himself. I'd give him. What I would give him, or what I think others would give him.
The pressure is on.
I'd give him like an 86.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That is high.
What about Matt Frawley? What would you give Frawley? I love the thought.
I know, this is a great question because it's almost...
They're not just jumping in,
no,
you can see the
honesty's
process.
there. Yeah.
I'd give him similar. He's a solid player. He scores tries. And
What would you give Samuel Sony?
Sambo, that fella.
he'd have to be. He's got to be 90s purely for the impact he brings.
Absolutely. He'd have to be.
It's going to have to be like a 92 maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who do you think, would anyone be higher than that then? 92?
Crofty, probably.
Crofty at 90?
Crofty. There'd be look like I'd say all the back line. Yeah, one through.
They're all in the 90s, aren't they?
1 through 6. I'd probably get 9. Yeah,
They're all
like that.
every single
I
one.
don't know if Crofty would be the highest. Oh, Seagull.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ask you this one about snacks. It's always food with you. I don't know why I go there. You know, like the food guy. We just asked Mick about what's the best snack when you're watching TV?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
You're about to binge, you're sitting down, putting that movie on, what's your kind of go-to?
I'm not a massive snacky person. No, I'm not a snacker. I'm more, I would, instead of having sweets or chocolate or anything, I'd rather just get like a 4-pack of Coke Zero.
I thought you were going to say Stella then.
I thought you were going to keep like leftover curry or something there. I'm going to say.
I'd rather just get like, just get like 8 cans of Coke Zero and I can just sit on there and sup.
What, back to back?
Yeah, just sup.
See, this sounds a really good challenge at some point in the off-season next year.
The Tom Nicholson-Watton Coke Zero challenge. It's absolutely freezing today.
It's a tough question.
It's freezing today. Would you rather play a game in January as you are, in the freezing cold, rain, sleet, or the blistering heat of like August? Which one is more sufferable?
But is it wet or dry in January?
We'll say cold.
The thought,
I know.
honestly. Asking me the question.
Makes a difference.
Should we say very cold? Very cold and dry.
Shall we say it's
Cold and dry.
Why don't we say it's today? That pitch is clear.
I'd rather play today.
Then in the blistering heat, is it
yourself
easier
warm.
to manage and
Just get too sweaty. Be slippy. Mostly.
put through? Tom,
That's what I think.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
As
All
always.
the best.
Thank you very much,
For
Chief.
2025, we absolutely love you, and all the best for the year. Take care. Thank you. See ya. Go for it.
Right, welcome along, Mr. Matt Frawley, for this. So, pre-season, how we finding it? How's it been? What
Freezing
damage has
cold.
been-
Yeah,
How much damage has been done to yourself? How are you finding it?
No, it's been really good, mate. It's obviously you would have heard a lot today. It's been a really tough one, which is
Brodie Croft said it's the last 2 days.
Hell on earth.
Hell.
Yeah, last sort of
Hell.
2 days we thought we might come back after Christmas and be a bit of a, not a cruisy start, but it's definitely been the opposite. So, it was really hard pre-Christmas, but we've started with a bang the last couple of days. So, but it's been great. Everyone's dripping in, everyone's healthy, everyone's fit. So, it's been good stuff.
Are you looking forward to, I mean, there's quite a few new players have come in,
Some
big
big units,
competition,
right?
yeah. How are you looking forward to that? Does it make you more determined? Has it improved your motivation? How have you found it?
Yeah, no, I think they've, as you said, we've brought in some big bodies, and especially in the backfield there with Hawley and Micro. I don't think there's many.
I don't know who's going to stop. I don't know who's going to stop them.
That's gonna be
I
like
don't know
that.
who's going to stop them.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not having to tackle them.
Well, that's another thing. Have you had to tackle them in pre-season?
Yeah,
Has it
well,
been-
wrestling sessions.
Yeah,
So we
wrestling
do
sessions, yeah.
about 5 wrestle sessions a week, and it's forwards and back splits. So we always get Micro and Hawley. So it's actually quite hard.
Yeah.
It's either that or Sambo or Nikolai run it. So
That must be almost like, get the 5 minutes out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be 5 minutes.
Yeah. So it's been tough, but yeah. So they've been great additions. But I think it's such an important part of the game now, that getting out of your backfield and having big, powerful wingers. So I think that's going to be a real strength of ours this year. And then obviously bringing Keenan over and Cooper, who are 2 really good young.
Nice
middles.
bit of strength added in.
Yeah,
Depth.
some depth in the middle there. So, I think they've done a really good job bringing them players in, and as people too, they're great blokes and they've fit in the group really well. So that's a really important part of it as well.
So we're going to ask some questions about your teammates now.
Yeah.
Now this is where it gets a bit. So
Throw a
nice
couple of
one,
on the back.
desert island,
Yep.
and there's you.
Yeah.
Who would you least likely want to be stuck on a desert island with all your teammates?
It's changed the question. Throw it on the
At least,
bus.
yeah. So I'm going to throw someone
Slightly
under the
changed it.
bus.
Slightly changed it for you.
In effect, who'd annoy you?
Yeah.
Honestly,
on the
yeah.
board.
Who would annoy me? Maybe Mikolai, I'd say probably. Probably Mick. Only, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, probably Mick.
Yeah, it would be.
Probably
Yeah,
top
it would
off,
wind you up
just
all the
yeah,
time.
Yeah, and he's a bit of a whinger Mick. So I'll just have
too
to.
warm.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
Who do you
maybe
think
Mikolai.
could be best placed to help get you off the desert island? Who do you think would be handy to like that? Let's get off this thing.
Probably Bentos actually. He's pretty.
Yeah, he's been handy with his property stuff,
Yeah,
right?
he's pretty strong. He's an handy man. He could
Build
build
a house to
boat.
flip.
Yeah, you could. In fact, that's a really good
exactly.
point. Yeah, he'd have that knowledge and know-how.
Yeah, he's a bit of a will and dealer, Bentos. So probably Bentos.
He'd get you off there.
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. And if you were to build your perfect rugby league player, piece by piece, start with the mind. Who's game intelligence across history, NRL, Super League? Whose mind would you?
So I suppose I'd be building a half. If I had to build a half.
Yeah, if you're building a half.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Probably Cooper Cronk.
Exactly the same as what Croft just said.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
This could be interesting to see if you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah. Obviously, Crofty, he played with Cooper Cronk, so he's got more of an insight. But yeah.
Whose pass would you have? Is anyone's passing game you think he's dialed in?
Probably Nathan Cleary. Yeah, probably just bar selection, that sort of stuff. I think he's obviously the best in the game at the moment. So,
Good choice. Who's speed?
Speed, definitely not my speed. Ruled myself out of that one. As a half, who's a quick half? I'm trying to think.
Sean Johnson.
Yeah, Sean Johnson. Who's
He had a
prime.
good game.
Yeah. That's a good shout. Yeah, Sean Johnson.
Who's goal kicking?
Goal kicking. Even though he's not a half, I'll put Reece Martin in there just to
Still
shout him
saying
out.
that,
There you go.
He did technically play at half a few times for us.
Yeah, he claimed that.
actually did, yeah.
He
So
claimed
that's all right.
that.
We can.
Yeah, before I played here, he said he's the most capped half the club before me and Crofty played. So, yeah.
Thank you all. Who's Steph?
Step
would
well,
you-
Sean Johnson's another good shout, but who else has been a really Benji, I suppose, in his prime.
Oh wow, yeah.
Benji
I don't know
Marshall.
if there's one. Maybe Ponga.
Yeah,
he's got
maybe
a beauty.
Ponga. Yeah.
He's got a
Marshall's
beauty.
class.
And who's tackle? Does anyone really hit you? Or?
Jack Whiten, that's an easy one.
Really,
Played
yeah.
with Jacko at Canberra.
I never thought that way,
Oh, yeah,
but
no,
yeah, I can imagine that
yeah.
because he has that ability. Hasn't he?
Yeah,
He's quite big.
he's
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
big body
He's
and
enormous.
mentality-wise, he's nice and aggressive. So definitely Jacko.
And lastly for us, you may not know this, but we do player ratings on the podcast. After every game, all Leeds fans, they rate players out of 10 and it becomes the Fast Signs player of the match. And you won it for 4 consecutive games. So I know it means a lot to you.
I'll have to give you the 50 quid after.
So congratulations for that. So moving forward on the podcast for 2025 and forever beyond.
That's it now. Yeah.
It's now the Man of the Match award is going to be in your honour as the Matt Frawley Man of the Match award.
Yeah,
So
that's a massive one. There you go. That's a quick highlight right there.
he's welling up.
It's a bit emotional.
I'll go get a tissue.
Yeah, no,
Brilliant,
it's
Matt.
great. Cheers,
Thanks a lot,
mate.
and all the
Appreciate
best
it.
for
Yeah, thank you very much.
2026.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys.
Take care.
Right, too easy.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
guys. Thank you.
Bestie of the pod, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How doing?
First of all, how are you? How's recovery going?
Yeah, I'm really good. To be fair, it's already been 2 weeks I think since I've done it, so it's fine. But,
Brilliant.
There's I think they said 8 to 10 in general, but I've been having to get some injections in it, which are quite painful. You just stick a needle in your ligament and jam it about.
Oh my god.
So I've got
I'd pass out.
yeah,
I would pass out.
I've got one more on
And
Friday, so hopefully that gets done and then just recovering, just getting some upper body weight and college. And that's it.
Yeah. Has it been awkward to see the boys this week? Because we've been told by them about 2 days of hell in training. Have you been there to witness it, or have you kind of? Have you been? I was going to say, has it almost been like a bit of therapy for you seeing them get hammered, or do you kind of miss it in a weird way?
They had a Bronco test on Monday, so when we go to that, I'm always really nervous for it because it's like if I'm not like near the top, I'm like gutted, yeah. So like when they're coming on Monday, I just knew I could relax because I didn't have anything, and they were all walking around. So I like go up to them and go, "Oh, do you know what's been like cancer? Like, you're not doing it." So like, they all get dead excited.
Oh no, you're going to get punished for that.
Yeah,
I can see it already.
So I've actually enjoyed the past couple of days.
We've been asking players that we've spoken to get if there was a rugby league game, console game like FIFA. What would you expect your rating to be? So you turned it on.
Yeah.
Like, right, here I am. What would you expect your rating to be on that game?
I'll be honest.
Yeah. 93.
99?
Yeah. 93 because you need some space for Team of the Year cards and that.
Oh, that's a good plan.
Yeah, you need space to grow.
Yeah, because
Team of the Year,
when
Team
you
of
get
the
special
Season.
cards and that, they need to go up.
Absolutely, yeah. Team of the
Now, this is where you've got to be honest here. Your teammates. What would you rate them? So who are we picking first for him to rate?
Oledzki. Mick gave you a 10. Is it going to wind you up?
Yeah, probably the lowest in Super League, so about 50. Just so when you get to special cards,
I'll get to a 7. I'll get to a 7.
65.
Oh, okay, nice and low.
What about Tom Nicholson-Watton? He was actually.
He was nice.
He gave you an
For a
87.
young lad, what's good? It'd be for a young lad, 84. That's a
Oh,
solid
okay,
card,
that's
isn't
not bad.
He gave himself
He'd have the
78.
quickest play the ball speed in Super League.
In Super
Yeah,
League.
he would.
Just tell him I gave him a 50.
You got.
Said you gave him
I
10.
didn't choose it. You got the lowest Super League.
Gave his space for growth in Team of the Week. What would you give Harry Newman? What would his?
He would actually think he's the high.
You'd think is the highest.
Yeah.
What would you give?
What would you
Lachie
give
Miller?
this guy?
Lachie. He'd be a good 70.
70. That's quite high.
Is it?
Build your perfect rugby league player.
Yep.
So we'll start with the mind. Anyone across the history of the game. Who's in-game management? Whose mind do you think are the best minds?
Probably someone like Cameron Smith.
Close. That's right. But
That's right.
yes, correct. You've won.
You take right.
No, you're on the right line. Sorry, because Matt
few.
Frawley and Crofty both said Cooper Cronk, and Crofty said as well Cam Smith. So
Yeah.
everyone's in that Melbourne.
Oh, did you not mean our Cam Smith?
Oh
Whose pass? Whose pass would you choose? Who do you think's one of the best passes throughout the history of the game?
That's a tough one.
Jarrod.
Can you say yourself for everything? No.
He said himself for everything, even goal kicking.
No, someone. Don't know, like James Roby or someone. I think nines are normally
Very
like
quick-minded.
Usually half decent. Whose speed?
Ooh,
Whose speed would you have?
John, who's fast at?
A lot of
Well,
fast
you meant-
players.
There's quite a few in Super League at
Yeah.
the minute who've got pace, haven't they? So, or do you go back
Who's the
inside?
fastest? Bevan French maybe the fastest, isn't he? Or Matty Ashton, is he faster?
Oh yeah,
Matty
very
Ashton's quite
fast.
fast,
yeah,
isn't
he's
Very fast.
Ashton.
he? He's up there, isn't he?
Would say
Yeah.
that.
Whose goal kicking would you choose for this player?
My dad always says Andrew Farrell, so I guess I'll just go.
What are you going to say?
No, not my
I thought
dad.
you were
Not
gonna
my
say
dad.
I'm going to
My
say
dad always says, if anyone asks you this, say me. Andy Farrell.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. Very good kicker.
Might be a good answer for the next one. Power. It's Andy Farrell.
yeah.
Or your dad.
No,
they say
no chance. Don't be silly. Power.
Is anybody?
Do you know who? I didn't play with him, but when I was at Widnes, that christening him, just like natural power.
Oh,
He
the big
was
centre
ridiculous.
guy.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
He shouldn't have been.
He used to do one-handed
He was
cleans, like,
absolutely
just like
brutal.
that, and like put the full bar above his head and that. Yeah, he was crazy.
Absolute nutter. Whose tackle? Whose tackle would you have?
Tommy Lulawai.
Really? He said that quite
See, that's quite.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
He used to
that,
kill.
because
He used to kill props.
He did hit hard.
Gano's Gano's like third or second ever game. We played Wigan here, and he was playing back row opposite Thomas Lulawai, and we said, whatever you do, don't run at him.
Did you specifically say that to
Yeah,
him?
we
Do
said
not
loads
go
of
near
people
him.
said it to him, like just don't run straight at him. And his first
Carry.
carry was off a tap, and he ran straight at him. He got belted.
To be fair, he could hit Lulu.
Yeah, it was a
It's because like he would time it like as you were like in the air, he'd just like smash it. Yeah.
Done. He were there. Who do you think is going to score the most tries for the Rhinos this year? Got some good outside backs now. The new players.
I reckon it'll be. Oh, it's probably one of the wings. I reckon Ash might still be up there to be fair. Because that many wings will be worried about Sevo that they'll probably just
Yeah,
lose
no,
some
we would just
space.
say yeah.
There'll be 4 running across. Ash will just have a top in
They'll be like, please don't damage me. Yeah.
and run straight through there. Brilliant.
Perfect. Thank
All
you.
the best for your recovery.
Thank you.
And all the best for next year.
Thank you.
Cheers. Take care.
Take
You
care.
too.
If you're the last 3.
You're sick of it. You're sick of it.
Nah. I actually seen on the paper it said no Lopod. I was like, them. They use me for one fucking thing and then they go on me again.
Fucking no arseholes. Did you get that?
Yeah, that's all
I
recorded.
because that's actually really funny.
Should we just do this? Spontaneous.
Go for it.
Should we do it?
Yep.
We'll do it.
Yep.
Lachie don't care.
Don't worry, we'll get it done for you.
No, that's all right.
Right, we ready?
Yeah.
Go. All right. Welcome, Lachie Miller. Right, question for you. 2025.
Yes.
How excited are you for this season?
Very. Obviously, we touched on it a bit the other day, but just the way that they've been training, the way the squad, how fit they are, the coaching from Brad, it's very exciting. It's a definite different feel. Wow.
That's a really good to say. Yeah.
No, it's definitely a different feel around the group. We're confident in the work that we've done already, so it's exciting. Yeah.
And 2 days of hell apparently you've had.
That's been mentioned.
This is, I know. How are you feeling after these brutal 2 days?
Yeah, so obviously Monday was tough, and then we found out Mick re-signed, which is...
Has that been a boost?
Yeah.
Almost.
No, that's the day from hell. Like,
Oh!
isn't that what you're talking about?
Well, now we're thinking that's a day from hell. Jogger on.
No, obviously.
More
very
practical
exciting.
jokes.
That's very exciting.
I like how we had to explain the punchline. By the way, you were like, no, that's the joke.
No, yeah, they got flogged both days, but I'm in rehab. That's hard itself. But
We're quite
unlucky
back.
boys.
Yeah, we're going to say, how is the rehab going? How are you feeling?
It's good. I feel stronger, fitter than I've ever have ever. So yeah, even though I'm like 400 years old.
400?
Yeah.
That's impressive, man.
I've been around. No, very fit, very strong. I'll be back team training in a couple of weeks, so plenty of time before round one. So
That's good to hear.
Yep.
Right, we have got some questions
Yep.
about your teammates.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like any of them, so shoot.
That's it, leave it there.
Right, you're on a desert island.
Yep.
Who would you least like to be stuck on there with, or like to be stuck on there with?
Okay. I reckon this is so left field because it's someone that I probably wouldn't like to be left on the island with, but also probably would. I'd go Bentos because I feel like he's quite resourceful.
That's what a few people have said
Yeah.
already. That.
But then also, like, mate, too much time with that bloke, you send you loopy. And then, if I had to be left, probably, I don't know, someone like Toby Warren. I don't know. I don't know how good he'd be. Cinny. I don't know. Cinny. No, I don't know. Anyone from my team, if they want to spend time with me on the island, that'd be nice.
That's fair enough.
If there was a rugby league computer game and the rating was the highest rating was 99, if you were to turn on that game, Lachie Miller, what would you expect your rating to be?
If I got, in all honesty, if I got 80, I'd be very happy.
80? That low, really? You have to be better than that.
Yeah, but if 99's Billy Slater,
That's a success.
let's be realistic.
99 with Oledzki.
Yeah, but that's what I mean by Day from Hell, him resigning. Put up for him for the rest of the time.
What would you rate Mick? What would you rate him? If it
Now
were-
you can be as honest as you like.
Well, I suppose you have to take into account head noise, how annoying he is. He'd be very high, I think. As much as it hates me to say it, he'd be very
What
high.
about Brodie Croft?
37?
When he did say when he spoke to us that you are his complete nemesis.
Yeah, he said that.
Do not ask him.
Yeah, he thought you were going to give lower, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
You've scored him quite high.
Probably in the 90s at bastard.
What about, we've asked everyone this as well, Jarrod O'Connor. What would you rate Jarrod?
I see, if I was to be serious, I love playing with Jarrod, so he'd be very up there for me. He can stick with me, he can stay 80 with me.
Say 80.
That's good.
Well, because he can't go above me, because then I think I'm shit. So.
It's good. Who's going to score the most tries, do you think, for the Rhinos this season? Who do you reckon?
I'll probably say Brodie Croft because he doesn't know how to pass. So.
That's great.
Didn't you watch the Boxing Day game? Nah, come on. Surely has to be one of our props on the wing, Ryan or Sebo.
Who's going to stop him?
Good question.
Yeah.
I think there's a duty of care for the rest of the league.
Super League's going to get,
Who is going to stop these two men?
I just really like our centres this year as well. Ash and Harry, they both look very good, very strong. So I think they'll be putting our wingers away.
Thank you very much.
Do you want one more?
I just shook hands. Have you got another one?
I was just about to ask,
Keep it in.
have you beat Ryan Hall at chess? Have you played?
No, but do you know who the chess master is around here? Sam, mate. No one's beaten Sam. Ryan might, maybe. I don't know if Mr. Hall. Sorry, not Ryan. Mr. Hall might have beaten Sam, but Sam is a beast, and so's Jakey. Yeah, so's Jakey.
Well, Connor.
So there's a bit of a chess club. I'm hopeless, but I'll take him in ping pong.
Oh well, there you go. That's an
the best at ping pong.
Whiff waff.
Self-proclaimed.
It works. Brilliant.
All right, thank you very much.
All the best for 2025.
See you.